Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a mini reading here for you today for your connection. We're taking a look to see, is this really love? Is this the love that you're really looking for? Are they the one for you? Is this the real deal? Have you found the one? So general as always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person. Please do take from this what makes sense for you and release what doesn't. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. And I'll include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Cancer. So these are the three we'll be using to get things started. The Premonitions of Love Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. We'll grab a few cards from my Enlightened Mystery Oracle Volume 2 deck and a couple messages from the Energies of Your Connection by Sister Moon Tarot. And of course, cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in are welcome. All right, let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this mini reading. For Cancer, is this love? I'm guided to this one. We have priorities. Okay, so if their priorities is all about money or their job, then maybe they need to work on that, especially if they're not making you a priority, if they just don't have time for you, for example. I'm guided to grab one more here. We do have Aries reflected in this card, so maybe your person is an Aries or you have Aries in your chart, Cancer. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this with some additional messages here. This could give us an indication of what they might look like, zodiac signs in addition to Aries, features where you guys met. You and your ideal mate will be a match made in heaven. Wow. So maybe that is how you feel about this person. An ideal match. That could be how they feel about you too. You and your future love will enjoy traveling the world. So obviously, even though it says future love, this could already be the person that you're thinking about for this reading. But for those who are unattached, who are single, these messages could certainly apply for you. Let's grab one more. Your ideal mate loves to sing and dance, so they could be very talented in that way, or that's just something that they really enjoy doing. You as well, Cancer, if you're a singer, a dancer, or again, if that's just a hobby, if that's just something that you really enjoy doing, that might be what brought you guys together, what you really enjoy spending time doing. So let's add a couple messages here for the energies of your connection. I'm guided to this card. Taking chances. Okay, sometimes you got to just take a chance and see where it goes, especially in love and romance. Balancing act. So if things are a little bit off kilter between the two of you, Cancer, to where you might feel that things are a little bit off, it's not balanced, maybe that's what it is that needs to be worked through. And also what could be creating this out of balance energy between you and your person might be due to their priorities being a little bit out of whack, you know? If their priorities are all about themselves and not so much the relationship or yourself, then that could be an issue here. All right, so let's add some additional insight from the Real Deal Oracle by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. What else do we need to know when it comes to this connection? Is this love? Take a chance on love. So for some of you guys, your person could be an Aries. They are too emotional. This could apply to either of you, you know, and maybe that could also be contributing to why things are out of balance. If one person is more emotional than the other, one person cares more than the other, that creates an imbalance. Wow. Their family doesn't approve. Okay, anyone's family, this could apply to your family, their family, but there's a reason why they don't approve of the connection for some reason. This might have something to do with it, that they are unreliable, And then this one says they are in a karmic relationship. So if they're unreliable because they ended up leaving the connection, for example, for this karmic, they might have actually done you a favor. You know, it might have definitely hurt at the time if this is something that you were dealing with, but that could also be why your family does not approve. Let's see what else. And if they're unreliable because their priorities are off, that as well could be why there are issues here. So it's looking like for now they might not be focusing too much. This is interesting. Now this says you are their priority. So here's the thing, because we've got they are unreliable, they are in a karmic relationship, priorities, and then you are their priority. So if you guys, for example, are in separation because they didn't put in enough effort in the partnership, they did not make you a priority back then, perhaps with the balancing of the scales between the two of you, that they can come towards you as more reliable. They're going to have to prove themselves, because clearly we have a family here that does not approve of this partnership. And during this time of separation, if that applies, maybe they got themselves into a karmic toxic relationship with somebody else. Okay, so in order to come towards you, to be the right kind of partner where it is the kind of love that can sustain and stand the test of time, then they're going to have to put you first. They're going to have to put you first on their priority list. So let's add to this. Can they really be the one for you? This is, I forgot to mention, my newest deck, Silhouettes. Can they really be the one? They're going to have to work to be the one for you. Look at that. We have Bride. So my feminines, this could be for you. From your smile to your kisses, I can't wait to be your missus. You guys could have even talked about this. Getting married someday, and maybe because they're unreliable or were unreliable, you guys were traveling down very different paths maybe, which is another reason why the family did not approve. And then you guys have the Temptations card right here. So this card does say not everything you see is meant for you to have. So that's contributing to this message that they're unreliable, and that whoever this temptation is might have been the karmic relationship. So this is giving us more of an indication of what's going on here. Okay. And then the next card is Beacon of Hope. And this card does say, when you fail to see the light at the end of the tunnel, look for me, I will be there. So maybe they know they messed up. They didn't make you a priority back then. But if you're feeling really down and just depressed over how things played out, they're wanting you to know that perhaps there's still hope, that you guys can ultimately get to that other end of the tunnel where there is light, where there is hope. And then you guys have Genius, make wise choices. You both have to be able to make wise choices. It doesn't just come down to one person, you know? So let's add another one to that, and let's see what else needs to come through here. So this one says dance like no one is watching. And it's interesting because earlier, remember, there was that card where it says your ideal mate loves to sing and dance. And now we've got this card that says dance like no one is watching. So there's something that has to do with that. That might be something that you guys have in common. And then this next card is Revelation. Sometimes you have to spend time in the darkness so you can finally see the light. Which for me, next to this Beacon of Hope card, when you fail to see the light at the end of the tunnel, look for me. So it could either be you, Cancer, that represents that hope and light, or it is the other person that you're thinking about for this reading, especially if they just did not make you a priority. And that hope would come from a switch in the way they handle the situation and how they conduct themselves towards you, because they need to be able to be reliable as a partner for you long term. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some tarot to this and see where else this is gonna go. So I'm gonna pull some messages from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, tarot with a twist. The twist here is that it includes new Oracle messages as well as new court cards, in addition to the 78 original tarot messages. So let's take a look and see what else needs to come through for this reading. Look at that. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is good. So this is a part of your destiny. This actually is very good luck, good karma. There are changes that clearly need to be implemented here in this situation for you guys to come together in the way you want to come together. And then you've got the Two of Wands here. So being given the opportunity to create better plans for the future, making better decisions, making progress, certainly in this partnership. And then you've got the Ace of Cups, followed by the Nine of Cups. Cups, obviously water energy. You are a Cancer, you are a water sign. So it starts with self-love, really, for you to be able to fill this cup of love for yourself so that you can find the love that you're looking for outside of yourself, which certainly is possible because this is a new beginning right here, a deep connection. For some of you, it could be a new love, especially if you're single and looking for love at this time. That's possible. But this is also an indication that a love connection could improve and get better. So there's been a shift in the energy here. Initially, they weren't reliable. Clearly, that's coming through, which is why the family didn't approve. But if they're wanting to get married, if they're wanting to build a life with you, they still have the capability with this Nine of Cups to be able to realize your goals and dreams in this partnership and to fulfill your wish. It is a card of emotional stability, so there is still a chance that you guys can make this work. We do have the Baron of Water. This is the divine masculine, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So my feminines, if you're actually a cross watcher and you're watching for a Cancer masculine, this could represent your person right here. You know, enjoying their company. They are very meticulous, very detail oriented. This is somebody who basically leads a happy, content life. You know, they're cheerful. They are a fun person to be around. And maybe obviously you already know that. And then we've got the Magician here wrapping things up with the tarot messages. This is a positive outcome and a rekindled romance for some of you guys. Okay. And in order for this positive outcome to get to this point, your person definitely needs to step it up to be able to balance things out between the two of you. Okay, there's no way around that. Balance needs to be restored and they need to come towards you as a more reliable individual. Okay, so let's grab some dialogue messages from my HeartSpace Oracle deck. So some of these messages could be coming from you, Cancer, and also some of these messages could be coming from the person that you are thinking about for this reading. So let's grab some to wrap it up for your mini reading here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. So who needs to speak up? Who needs to say what? So this one says, kiss me. So they want to be able to experience those intimate moments with you again. This card says what started out as friendship turned into something so magical. Let's bring the magic back. And that's exactly what it is that they're looking for here. And I love how we do have the Magician coming through already. You know, bring the magic back, and the Magician can help make that happen. And lastly, they love you. Okay, it clearly says I love you right here. If you've wondered about that, it's clearly indicated here, and maybe this is something that they need to know from you as well. That's what's going to help bring you guys back into balance, to get onto the same page and have the same vision as to what it is that you're both wanting. All right, guys, so there is a potential that this could be the love that you are looking for, but there's work that needs to be put into this partnership. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave it. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.